All right, are we ready to work on the menu for Shabbat food, but not the food you're going to eat, the food that's going to feed your soul and your intellect? Well, in this one, you definitely have a helper, and that being the divine God. And he gave us this really great gift called the Torah. And the Torah is so perfect to discuss at the Shabbat table because, well, if nothing else, it's different every week. Every week there is a new Torah portion to discuss. And maybe nothing else new happened the entire week. It's been you and your spouse and COVID for this week and last week and every week before that. So what's different? What do you have to talk about? And here, Hashem, when he created the world, already had an answer ready for us. We have the Torah portion. Now, in and of itself, you can just read from any Chumash, any book or online, this week's Torah portion. And it's amazing, and you can look at all the commentators, and they're so deep you can go. But you might say, I'm not feeling it. And that's fine to not be feeling it yet, because there's so many other ways you can do it, right? So you can say, yes, I listened to a Parsha video, or I watched Aleph Beta, and that's amazing. That's like the best first step. And then sharing that at the table. But, my family has gotten a few books very recently that I want to share and showcase for you to think about, right? So right now we're just looking at reading text and how we can share that at the Shabbat table. I've got, 3 to share, 4 if you start with the Chumash itself, the Torah. Right? This one is a new addition to our Shabbat table, a legacy of Torah, and it really has words of Torah, Divrei Torah from Sephardic commentators that I have not heard before. It's exciting and it's novel for me, and I've read a lot, but I'm coming across some really new, exciting, and interesting ideas. Just a very small one that was several weeks ago, but just was such a paradigm shift for me, involved, it was just sort of by the by in it, what is a Torah scholar? Somebody who has such excellent Torah knowledge. What are they called? A Talmid Chacham, a smart student. And that is a core of our learning, that no matter how much you know that you are a student. You're a really good student, but never do we reach a place of mastery of Torah learning, because there's always more. So that's from that book. Okay. And then I have this What If series. There's a lot of different what ifs, and they go through the weekly Torah portion and bring up one point and then have a whole story about, or a legal case about that situation, and then how should that legal case be decided. So it's a fun sort of, it's not a passive activity. You debate, it should be this one, no, this person's right, and then it summarizes, or sometimes it tells you, that's still up for discussion. And it leads to a really nice table conversation. It's a lot more active than one might think a Torah dialogue would be. And the newest book that we have to our collection, which is the most active that I have right now, is a very new one called You Have to Know Torah, the weekly parasha in clues, Aleph through Taf. All of these books we got on Amazon, I think, but I know this one came on Amazon. And for every parasha, whatever Torah portion you're up to, it has quiz questions based on, with each letter of the alphabet. So on Friday night, each of my kids had a chumash to hold, and they were each given a clue, and then it was a race to find the answer. So again, it's like not, I read a Devar Torah, and now I'm going to present at the table the words I learned. That's amazing. For sure, that's amazing. But the 3 models that I've tried to share are, to me, more innovative and a little bit more interactive. So So this one is a question and answer debate, and this one is a treasure hunt or scavenger hunt, I should say, for the answer of the word that connects to the parasha from every letter of the alphabet. And after we played that one on Friday night, by the time we heard the Torah the next day, my kids really knew it and they were excited because they had found that word. So those are 4 books, 3 ideas on how to make the parasha more exciting at your table. But that's not a comprehensive list by a lot. That's just today's video. I will put links down to these books in the comments below. More menu ideas coming right up.